Now I'll go into some of the things I have been watching, which has taken up so much of my time, and you'll know why I haven't seen a lot of that other stuff. Fringe is a great series. I picked this up on DVD, season 2, and I just watched all of this through, and great series. And I'm not a humongous fan of just these big, thick packs like that, but I like the slipcase. It's pretty nice. So yeah, that Fringe season 2 is really getting good. I hope that series keeps going a long time. I'm a big fan of the X-Files, and that's like the closest thing I've found to like a similar series in quite a while. Another one I picked up, of course, is the new Simpsons, the 13th season, and this is pretty good. I mean, I don't think it compares to like the earlier seasons. Really, about season 4 is my favorite, somewhere in there. But at the same time, this is still great. It's way above average for normal television. I love it. Then The Office. I picked up season 6 of The Office. I love this show. It's one of my favorite shows, and it's kind of sad to think that that some of these characters have been on here that long. I mean, it just seems like it was no time ago that I was watching season 1 and season 2 on television. But season 6, that's amazing how much this show has grown when you look at all the different characters and what they've gone through. But this is a hilarious show. I love The Office, and I hope it keeps going for a long time, even if Steve Carell can't stay on the show. This is one that I haven't got a chance to open up yet, but I do want to see the end of this season. My DVR lost it last year because of the conflict of some other show I was recording. But this is 30 Rock season 4, so that's a really good show I like too. And then we'll go into some of the shows that I've started watching that I didn't watch last year on TV, and that was Community Season 1. I didn't actually watch this. I don't know why, because this is really a pretty funny show. I like this. I'm hoping that this is getting good ratings, because I hope it continues to stay on air for quite a while, because it's actually a really funny show. And here's one that unfortunately got canceled, and I haven't started watching this yet. I had seen it on television, of course, but Joss Whedon's Dollhouse. And that's sad that, Joss Whedon's stuff just keeps kind of getting shuffled out the door. But as far as, like, this goes, I don't think this was his best work, but I really wanted to support it, so I watched it and always, DVR'd it and everything. But, yeah, that comes with an exclusive comics-only DVD, which I'm assuming there's got to be something exclusive to the Blu-ray also. There's very few things that they encourage you to buy on DVD over Blu-ray anymore. Here's one that I picked up just because I love all the different Family Guys and an American Dad and anything that would be similar to that. I had to pick up the Cleveland Show. I didn't watch all of this first season. It seemed like it had taken quite a while to come out on DVD also, but I picked this up season 1. I definitely need to sit down and watch some of that. Here's one that I watched all through last season, and that's Big Bang Theory. This is the complete 3rd season. It's amazing that this show's already in its 4th season now. This is a great show, and it's just gone by so fast. Big Bang Theory, though, is really funny. And once I show that, I got to show you this real quick. Let me show that Chuck. I haven't watched this 3rd season of Chuck yet, but I plan to. I watched it on television last year, so there's that. But going back to Big Bang Theory, I just want to show you guys real quick something really cool I got. This is the For Your Consideration Big Bang Theory, which is the like special edition DVD that they gave out last year for the Emmys. So if you were one of the people that were able to vote, one of the members, then you could receive this in the mail, and then they would hope that you would vote for their show. But it's a really, really cool, like pop-out style book, as you can see there, and there's actually a disc here, and it has a little card that says for outstanding comedy series, and see the creepy candy coating Colliery and the large hadron collision. Those were the episodes that I guess that they were wanting you to vote on, based on that. But I'll just set that to the side so I won't mess that up. But this is really cool. It looks like on the outside like almost kind of like a notebook with the slip box. Of course, this is the slip box, and the slip box is kind of the same on every side, but it opens from this side instead of from that side like a normal DVD. But when you open that up, this is the first section, which is the comic book store. Hopefully you can see that, and hopefully you're not getting really bad glares. And this one here, it looks like that's Penny's apartment. And this is out in the hallway. And there's little quotes, and then like this book, you know, even makes it where the door opens up and stuff, and this door opens over here on this side, and so on and so forth. And this is the guy's apartment here, and it even has like a little table here and everything. And what's really funny, and it's hard to see here, but as you can see, all the front of their and this isn't bent very well, just because it's never been really opened properly. There we go. As you can see, all the front of them. What is really hard to see, maybe you can see it here if I kind of squish that down a little bit. Actually, on the backs, it's the back of their heads. Like the back of this is actually got a design also, which is pretty cool. And there's little quotes and stuff up in here from, you know, different people saying how good the show is. And then on the back, it has all the cast. So if you're into Emmy promos and stuff like that, that's definitely one of the cooler ones I've found in a long time. I used to look up stuff like that a lot on eBay, and a lot of them are really pricey, and then you don't get much more than just a generic DVD or, you know, maybe a pretty nice case. But a few of these come out that are really, really cool like that. So I had to pick that up. I got it for about, I think about $30. And if you consider you're only getting about 2 episodes, that's not that great, but the packaging is definitely worth it. And on things like that, they're so limited that within a year or two, if people are still collecting them, it'll be much, much harder to find, and the price will be much higher. All right, the next things I want to talk about are some non-US release DVDs. I've got a couple of Region 2s, and I've got some Region 0s, some imports, Asian imports. The first one I'll talk about is Case 39. This is a Region 2 import that's been out quite a while. And I just want to say that based on what I've seen on the trailers, it appears that even though this movie's about 3 years old, it's taken quite a while to come out. It had some issues with releases. It's been released in the United States in the theaters recently, like within the last month. But this movie has been released in other countries in the theaters like a year or two ago. And it's been out on DVD for quite a while. This DVD was fairly cheap, but now that I've seen this and I've seen the trailers, it looks like they've recut that movie again. So what they're showing in the US now appears to be a little bit different story. They might have completely twisted this a little bit. So now that I've seen this, it doesn't really mean I've seen it. I saw, I think, 2 or 3 major special effects type scenes in the trailer that are not in this movie. So I'm just assuming that I'm probably going to have to watch the US version too, just to know. This is one I just barely got. I ordered this a while back, and it's Centurion, and the tagline's what sold me on this. This is one that's probably out in the US now, or about to be out in the US, but it was just cheaper in the UK. This is from the director of Dog Soldiers and The Descent, and I didn't realize this movie was coming or anything about it, but now that I've, you know, got a chance to, you know, to hear about it, I thought I've got to take that. I'm sorry for getting any flares off this, or, you know, any glare, but yeah, so I'm just gonna check that. I haven't seen it yet. Then, of course, if you guys are familiar with, you know, the whole series, The Girl That Played With Fire and The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest and all that, I just picked up recently these Asian imports, and it looks like a slipcase, but I've actually placed this DVD holder in there. Normally, they're like a slipcase, but they come flat in another envelope. But I was just going to say, I did pick these up, and they are they're imports, but they are region free, I believe. It's what they said. On the back of it, it says it's Region 2 PAL, but I think they're really Region 0, but they may still be PAL. So if you don't have a PAL converter or a region free DVD player, it might be still needed to watch these. But yeah, I got these. Actually, these two, The Girl That Played With Fire and The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest. I'll just go ahead and pull both of these out. But I really like this movie series, and as far as I know, this is the only one I've seen that has English subtitles. The English subtitles on most bootleg, like true bootleg style stuff, is pretty bad. And this, I got both these off of eBay, and they look like they might be legitimate copies, but I'm not for sure what country they came from. As you'll notice on the front, it looks like the original cover, which is mixed in with like maybe an Asian cover. But yeah, I found these on eBay. So if anybody out there is looking for these movies early or cheaper, because I really think that The Girl Who Played with Fire comes out soon. But The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest doesn't maybe come out till like January. So if you're looking for a cheap version, that's where I found them. They're great. As far as there's nothing wrong with them, the subtitles seem to be really well done. But that's those. So that's pretty much my DVD and Blu-ray update for now. I'll of course update you guys again later. I just apologize for kind of being under the weather and everything and trying to rush through those. But I just want to get them out there before I get any further behind. I just had to clear my throat there. I was just going to say, I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a happy and safe Halloween. Thanks, guys. Take care.